way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
I think in the primary years with younger kids, friendship isn't probably as important, or it doesn't impact them as much as when they get older. I think that younger kids tend to forget easily, so say they have a best friend in kindergarten, they may have a different best friend in first grade or even later on that year. So I don't think that like a strong friendship is as important to them, or maybe means as much as what it would when they get older. Be consistent of maybe like just a very like an easier friendship, something that doesn't mean as much, something that doesn't last as long. I think the older you get, the stronger your bond is, especially with people that you associate with more. I think the older that we get also, we tend to look at the things that draw us together and not, and as younger kids, I think they're just like, if they can have fun and play, then that's really all that matters to them. I've worked with kids for about 18 years, and a lot of them have been in the primary ages. I think when they're younger, you know, as long as they're together, like at school, they're friends, but even like with my own boys during the summer, they don't really keep in contact with their friends because they're still younger in the primary grades, so it's not really something they think about. Like I said, I think it's more of just a simple friendship. When they're there, they're friends with them, they like to hang out with them at school, but that's kind of as deep as it goes on that level.
And I was in third grade. No, she was in third grade. I was in fourth grade. And we were on the Toyland parade. Yeah. And we were Barbies, and so we sat right next to each other, and I met her family.
And we were talking a little bit, and like, yeah, we met each other.
Yeah. And then like, we really started becoming friends. And
when I was in fourth grade,
I was in
fifth grade,
we were tried out
cheer,
and we were both flyers.
So like we had to do things together a lot, and we had to practice together. So we started to just become more friends. And then she told me about her church, and she wanted me to come over, and I started spending the nights on Wednesdays. Friendship impacted my life because before I wasn't going to church. I was a Christian, but I wasn't going to church. So she started taking me to church, and I became a better Christian, and it's impacted on my life a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of people like spread rumors about her at school, so I help her with that.
So she stands up for me a lot, and it helps my life.
Just he's a good supporter, like of trying to, like, you know how we say no, help each other not to do stuff. I would have probably done like, you know, the football, go to parties, like weed, drugs, drink a lot, stuff like that. You know, the females and all that stuff. If I like, I've had those temptations, stuff like that. And then of course, you know, my mom was like, I can't do it. But when I got him, when I take him places with me like that, he's like, all right, we should have never come here. We gotta leave. So I feel like in situations like that, he's helping me because I could have been in something by accident, not trying to. But
yeah, I think if I didn't have him, honestly, I'd probably be a dad. I'd probably not be a Christian. I'd probably be doing drugs somewhere. Before he started coming to my high school, I was already doing bad things. I was already not in the right spot or the place that I wanted to be. And with him being there, made me be in those right spots, made me be in the right area, the right state of mind that I'm supposed to be. So without this friendship, we would be, I feel like we would both not have good lives.
Kids age 13 to 19, it shows in statistics that friendships are most influential between this age. Even parents have a great influence on kids growing up, but during this age group, friends have a huge influence and impact on kids' lives. So I think as an adult, by the time they get through their teenage years and they look back, friendships obviously can change from teenage years to adulthood. But I think the biggest impact is what those friends influence them to do during that time. So, you know, there's a scripture in the Bible that says bad company corrupts good morals. So if you're going to surround yourself with people that will influence you wrongly, you're going to look back on that one day and have a lot of regrets depending upon who influenced you to do what. Also, kids age 13 to 19, the most important relationships that they have at that age are their friends. So it's very important for them to gain acceptance from their other peers. So that's the influence that other friends have on students age 13 to 19, is the acceptance that they get from those around them because they want to feel included. Friendship in teen years compared to friendship in adult years is so hugely different, because when you're in this small little box of high school, and like I said before, you have a daily routine, your friends are in the midst of that with you, and that's your common ground. No matter what, that's what you guys have in common. So it keeps you kind of together. You know all the same people, you're going to all the same activities, the same functions, you have the same teachers, you can talk about homework assignments. But when you become an adult, the roles shift and people's priorities become different, and maybe even their beliefs become a little bit different. And then you start to really truly understand who your real friends are, and you have different standards for friendship than you would have as a teenager. So from my own personal experience, I am not friends with the people that I used to be friends with in high school. And yes, they are my Facebook friends, but to me, that is not a friend. However many friends I can have on Facebook, I once heard someone say, if you have 500 friends on Facebook, you can probably count on about 3 of them to show up when you need them. So it is a huge, huge difference as an adult compared to being in high school.
So I was invited by Trisha's cousin to come to church, so we met at church.
We met at my youth group, and I remember because it was my 17th birthday, so it was 1987, so we've been friends for 28 years.
Yep. I think it's really grown just for the different seasons of life that we've gone through. I mean, when we were teenagers, we were having a good time, having fun.
Yeah, we've gone through high school together, college, gone through single years, getting married, having kids, and now hanging out as moms and our kids hanging out together. And so I think when you start out when it's all about you when you're in high school, and then you learn to be, as a friend, you learn to be there for somebody instead of it being like, what do I benefit from this? Yeah, what's about me?
What are you going to do for me?
Yeah, it becomes like more so you switch to the side of what can I do for that person to show that I love them and I can be there for them.
So for me, it was a very impressionable age when we met. I was 14 and I came from a broken home. And Trisha's family was very much solid family, and so they just basically took me under their wing, and I just became part of their family. And for the first time, I saw what it meant to have a real family and to have people in your lives that really love you. Not that my parents didn't love me, it's just it wasn't the same type of atmosphere. So for me, I think they gave me a great example of what it looked like to have a normal family. And in turn, the Lord has really blessed me with my own family, and having that, what Trisha's family had, I think that I've been able to have that in my family, and because I saw it worked out in front of me, so.
I think, yeah, we're openly loving, we're openly about our relationship with God, having a relationship with Jesus. For me, because I grew up with just one sister, and now, even at this age, what a blessing is that my sister passed away 2 months ago, and if Gail hadn't been raised like my other sister, I would be alone. So, and my sister was always very mature, so Gail was more closer to my age, where I felt like I had a best friend and a sister, like I had a younger sister. So God looked down through time and saw that I would need to have a sister now, and so that friendship was beneficial to me throughout my life as having another sister.
It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got